Hey travelers, Ethereum is changing. You probably know by now, Ethereum is switching from proof of work, proof of stake. I'm going to talk about my plans for the merge, what I plan to mine after, what I plan to do till the end of the merge, and how I feel about the whole situation. And while I'm doing it to keep it a little interesting, I'll point around to things on my mind. I've set up myself for efficiency. That's one of my most important criterias. I wanted to have long-term sustainability, and I knew, of course, a economic downturn in the crypto market was very likely, almost a guarantee, and as a result, I tried to find the most efficient hardware practical. I tried to run it very efficiently, and I wanted to make it so I could walk away for long durations. The whole point of me getting into GPU mining was to be able to acquire Ethereum at a lower cost. So with mining, you're paying for the electricity rather than just the coin. And if you do a good job, you could typically buy the coin at a fairly considerable discount, effectively. And my plan was to get enough of the coin to be able to hold it through the merge. So that was the plan all along. And I've been mining for around a year and a half now. We're finally there. It looks likely like the merge is going to occur on approximately September 15th. This is late August at the time of recording, I believe the 29th. And I plan to mine until the end. I'm not that worried about the pools stealing the money like a lot of people are. There's no doubt there are some pools that probably will do that. And the larger pools that have a lot of other coins, I don't think it's that likely they're going to steal the funds, but it is possible, so that is a risk. And to mitigate it, I would recommend holding a small amount or as little as practical on the pools. However, gas prices are likely to spike, so it's a balance. And I don't think it's reasonable to have like hourly payouts or anything crazy to pay a lot in gas just to mitigate the risk that the pool steals $20 from you. But of course it depends on the person, the size of your farm, things like that. The larger your farm is, the easier it is to have economic payouts, feasibly economic payouts at lower volumes. But smaller your farm is, well, the gas prices can be a real murderer. So yeah, but for me, I want to hold a small amount in the pool, and I want to run right till the end of the merge. So I think I'll probably have 0.1 ETH or so, something like that, a few days worth of Ethereum in the pool. I'll plan on a payout a few days in advance, and I want to run the hardware right to the end. We'll have to see how things stabilize after the merge, whether or not the pool allows a payout or just steals some money. And it could be that the network is very congested after the fact, and it could be problematic. But either way, that's a risk I acknowledge and I'm willing to take. But after the merge, I plan on mining whatever is most profitable. And to me, this is kind of a profit venture at that point, since Ethereum will no longer be mineable. The coins I like are Flux and Conflux, CFX. However, it depends on whatever's the most profitable, I'll mine that. If I don't like the coin, but it's the most profitable to mine, I'll mine it and I'll sell it. I'll mine a week's worth or whatever, and I'll sell it at an opportune time, and I may buy into a different coin at that time. We'll have to see how things go. But more or less, that's my plan. That's what I'm thinking. I got some surge protectors. Really, I don't see why you wouldn't mine what's the most profitable. So since these A2000s are relatively low power, they're power limited, and even if you do the shunt mod, they're still somewhat power limited for some algorithms and thermally limited for certain algorithms as well. They have a limited ability to mine alternative coins. Now, there's quite a few coins that these are still quite efficient on. In fact, these are the most efficient coins on several. It's just the profitability is less than stellar on a lot of the coins currently. So these I probably will shoot towards either Ergo or Conflux. We'll see. I'm not a big fan of Ergo, but if it's more profitable, that's what I'm going to run. And now, these guys are very happy running SiCPoW. I'm probably going to have to add PSUs to keep these guys in the high efficiency range. But whatever. When we get closer and things seem to stabilize slightly more, maybe, hopefully, I'll try different algorithms on these. I'll try this, one of these racks of 3070s on various algorithms, whatever is preferred at the time. I'll get it sort of tuned in so I'm ready to switch fast. And of course, I'll plan on being present through the merge to see the end, and then switch the rigs over right away. Keep on mining. These guys will handle SiCPoW, no problem. No thermal issues, no issues with power delivery. And now, some of these cards are a problem, right? I got a 3060, 3070s, 3080s, 3070, 6800, 5700 XT, and more 3070s. So my mixed rig here could be a little problematic. I'll kind of have to blend to see what coins make the most sense. But probably just run Ergo and Conflux. We'll see. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are my plans. That's what I'm expecting. I'm not terribly concerned about the future. I know a lot of people are super doom and gloom about this. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, it's hopefully positive for crypto in general and positive for Ethereum. The truth is we don't know. Nobody knows. It's all speculation. So the people that are talking very negatively, those are the people that just wish everything would stay the same. They don't actually know, just like we don't actually know. It's very hard to know until you know, and right now we don't know. So that's the reality. It's very hard to predict the future. Traditionally, the people that try do not succeed. So I plan on running. I plan on staying around. I want to run for many more years, and if the hardware is still only slightly profitable after many years, I still will consider purchasing new hardware and continuing to expand. But of course it needs to make economic sense. It's always the underlying important attribute here. It needs to be economically viable, and the way I view it, if the hardware could give me, say, a 60% return on investment in a year, that's enough. So we'll say we'll look for like a 500-day or so ROI. That to me is acceptable. Obviously shorter is better. And in the peak of things, you could buy scalper hardware and get a 150-day, 100-day ROI, which is obviously spectacular, but unrealistic, not sustainable. And those would be great numbers, and I'd like to see it, but of course, it's very unlikely those numbers will be sustained. It's possible we'll never see it again. It's possible crypto mining in general tanks after the merge. Of course, this is a possible outcome. I don't think it's very likely. I think we'll see a ton of volatility, but I don't think it'll disappear. But I think the reality is we won't know for weeks after the merge. We won't really know. There's going to be so much volatility, so much noise, and so little data until weeks or maybe even months after. It'll be very hard to know how successful it was, whether or not it accomplished the mission and people are happy. Because of course, the reality is the merge doesn't necessarily have anything to do, or I guess I should say the success of the merge doesn't necessarily have anything to do with the actual coin or the actual outcome. It's always the perception that matters, because the reality is people are investing in these currencies. And if people aren't confident, if people don't like it, if the people think the outcome is undesirable, the facts don't matter, the data is irrelevant. So right now we're going on a lot of emotion. And, well, there's pros and cons to that, but you're seeing all the volatility as a result. The hope is this smooths out and things stabilize. And of course, the dream would be that legislation comes out that's positive, but not a lot of control over that. Only so much you could do. I do believe in the future of crypto, and I do want to stick around to keep on mining it. I hope you guys are here with me for it, but If you're not, that's cool too. We'll see what the future holds. Until next time, stay hashing.